All right. So on homework 6-3,
Mm-hmm.
can you go over number 15?
Give me a sec. 6-3. Hmm. Get it open here. Can you see it now?
No.
All right, let me see. How about now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Weights of a certain machine components are normally distributed with a mean of 8.5 standard deviation. Find the two weights that separates the top three and the bottom three. All right. Okay, so you would draw the curve, all right? The
Hmm.
top three would be to the very right, and the bottom would be to the very left. I would find, well, I would do the left-hand side first. All right, so if
Hmm.
I drew the curve, the area to the left that separates the bottom 3%, the area to the left would be 3%, 0.03. That's why I have that there. He tells me
Okay.
the mean, he tells me the standard deviation,
Hmm.
8.33. Now, as I look at this, there's only one answer that has this 8.33, the area to the left. You follow me?
Hmm.
Now, if I
Yeah.
wanted to do, let's say there were two that had an answer of 8.33,
Hmm.
I would want to find the area that separates the value that separates the top 3% from the remaining.
Hmm.
Well, if the top 3%, then to the left, you'd have an area of 97%, 0.97. You follow? And that's how I'm
Yeah.
getting the point
Okay.
8.67. But once
Gotcha.
I found that the bottom was easy because I'd have to subtract from one, big deal,
Hmm.
taking 100%, subtracting 3% and figuring out that's 97. The only way I would have to have done that if I had two answers that had 8.33, but that was the easiest, is to
Okay.
find that value that separates the bottom 3% from the rest of the stuff.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Drawing the diagrams is so important, and
Yeah.
remembering it's a left-handed table. So if you're looking for a value that separates two different regions, remember that the area that's associated with that value is always the area to the left. Sometimes I give it to you, and other times you need to subtract from one to put in the correct area. That's
Okay.
why I did both of them, just to show you how you would have found
Yeah.
8.67.
Um, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like something like, quartile, find a value that's for quartile three. Well,
Hmm.
quartile three, if you scored in the third quartile, you scored in the 75th
75%.
percentile. Your
Yeah.
score was, better than 75%. So the area to the left, if I drew the curve, the
Yeah.
area to the left of the value would be 0.75.
Yeah, I was stuck on that. I was stuck on that one for a few minutes and then I was like, let me go back to
Yeah,
that
quartiles
was
are like
like section 3. And then I was like, oh, Q3. Yeah, that one, it stumped me for a minute, but I did figure that one out.
P75.
Yeah. So
That
just
score
remembering that
was,
Q1 is
what I
0.5.
didn't do here is that in most cases, Um, I have drawn the diagram for you, but I didn't do it in every, every
Yeah.
particular one. But drawing a
Um,
diagram is so important. It
right.
avoids you making a careless error. I draw the diagram, and then what I do is right in the middle, if it's not a standard normal, I'll put in the mean, okay? So if
Okay.
you have a value to the right of the mean, it's going to be bigger than that number, and a value to
Yeah.
the left of the mean is going to be smaller than that number. It avoids you making a common careless error.
Okay. Um, so can I just ask a question? It's not really like a homework problem, but when you're drawing these things, right? And then your mean is you do your bell and your mean is in the middle, right? It's
Yeah.
the like 0.5.
Yep. After
But
half of it's to the left, half to the right.
so
Actually, the mean, the median is one and the same.
okay, that's what I was gonna ask because I was like, because there's no like Q2, but like the
Yeah. Well,
median is
Q2
like
is
technically
actually the
Q2, and
median.
that's
It's all one and the
50%.
same. Yeah.
Okay,
But I
okay.
don't give you the median. I give you the mean, and the mean's
Mean.
right in the middle.
Okay,
Mean and median are one and the same.
okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Like how can because the median and the mean aren't necessarily the same number though. So like how can they both be
In a normal curve, they are.
in the norm okay, in a normal curve they are. So the
Good
mean.
question.
Okay,
Good
all
question.
right. I was just kind of piecing things
Are you
together.
in the middle of an operation? What do you do?
I work in interventional radiology, so similar to OR
Well,
setting.
someone's lying on a table, over here talking to me.
Yeah, and I'll give you sedation. I'll give you the good drugs.
I'll leave that one alone.
You'll leave that one alone. Okay.
No, I'm
It's a
dealing
controlled
with my
setting.
wife and dealing with side effects. She suffers from the beginning stages of dementia. She's taking a
Oh,
drug now that's causing stomach pain.
oh no.
It's so many side effects,
Yeah.
So I'm looking at something I can give her now. I take omeprazole, so I think what
Mhm.
I want to do is give her omeprazole when I give her the pill at supper time because it stops the antiacid. You've got to be
Mhm.
almost sometimes your own doctor.
It's
You got to
hard.
do
I know.
research,
I know.
and a lot of times these doctors they don't answer the question. In fact, actually, I told the other group that I'm changing my wife's neurologist to
Yeah.
someone that's comes recommended. Someone that if you don't tell them that you're kind of halfway smart, they treat you like you're an idiot.
Mm. Well, I
They're
think
very
that's what.
condescending sometimes.
Oh, I don't know if they always mean to come off condescendingly. I think they're kind of taught to like break it down in simplest terms so like people understand.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying because I feel like sometimes it does come off that way. I don't.
yeah. I had this gentleman tell me about over time how the mental acuity decreases. So he draws a line, from slanting from left to right. So I looked
Mhm.
at it, I says, yes, it's a line with a negative slope. I said, I teach college math. Oh, he says, his tone changed dramatically after I told
Yeah.
him. Whatever, I understand, but sometimes you need to be, you have to advocate for yourself.
Um, since there's no one else here, is it okay if I ask you a question from last week because I wasn't able to attend the office
Not a
hours?
problem. I'm recording this, so not a
Excellent.
problem. You know what I
So
did is I forgot last night. I was so busy. And normally I would have sent an email out saying I was doing the Zoom.
mm,
And I just blew my mind. So I woke up this morning. I came down first thing at 8 o'clock. And so,
yeah. So on section 4.3
yeah.
homework, the very last question,
Let me just see if I can pull it up for us.
number 13.
4-3, 4-3. Let's see.
I think Carrie's gonna sign on.
Oh yeah, the wrestling one. Normally
Yeah.
I would do this in class. There's a couple of problems that are so much better face to face. It's like the ones with the birthdays, where
Oh,
I actually have
yeah.
5 or 6 people standing in front of
Yeah.
me. And
Yeah.
the problem is that very first person can have any birthday they want. I tell people it's like watching a magician do a trick. It looks really complicated until they tell you how they did the trick. You
Hmm.
go, oh, that's all there is to it. Well, with those problems there, people having the same birthday or not, the very first person can have any birthday. It's the second and the third that have to match up to that first person.
Mhm.
Now,
Okay.
with the wrestling, what I do is I have another student come up and I stand on the left, he stands on the right. All
Mhm.
right. I said, I'm wrestling Steve. We
Mhm.
change positions. Well, Steve's wrestling me. Well, guess what? The order didn't make a difference because we're both wrestling each other. Whether it's
Okay.
Steve or me, that's why it's a combination, not a permutation.
Yeah, I think I had done it as a permutation, I
That
think.
makes sense, though. Same
Yeah,
two people
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah,
John wrestling Steve is the
but
same
it
match
doesn't
as Steve
matter.
wrestling John.
But
Order
it
didn't make a bit
yeah,
of difference.
right. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Anything else in 4-3?
I think that's it.
But do you see where people actually visualizing it in class?
Yeah,
And they
I
really go,
do.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
wait a minute, John, Mr. Gomes is wrestling Steve. I changed positions. It's the same match. We're still wrestling each other.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I do see that.
Online is great, but sometimes face to face does have its benefits visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was
How'd you do in the first test?
I did well. I had like my notes lined up like you said. So,
Yeah.
um
To be quite frank, you catch a break because you're in the 5-weeker, right?
yeah.
Between you and I and the lamppost, I shouldn't say this, but if it were a 10-week course or if you were
Mhm.
face to face, we would be doing an additional 2 more sections. We'd be doing 7-3 and 7-4,
Mm,
stopping at 7-2. So by virtue of there's just so much I can squeeze into a
I
5-week.
know.
If I were to go to 7-4, it'd be a little bit too much. So by
Mhm.
rights, though, there'd be 2 more sections, and then in some cases, face to face,
Mhm.
I do 5.2, but I also do 5.3. So in
Mm,
actuality, you get a break because there's conceivably 3 sections that I just haven't got enough time to cover. And
gotcha.
to make it realistic and fair to everybody, because 5 weeks would normally takes me 14 or 15. Yeah, we're compressing a lot into that. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Carrie's not back on. Man, that girl, she's always on. And oh, wait a minute, she's there.
I'm
I
here.
shouldn't have said that.
Yes, I had a meeting
If
to go
one
to.
woman has gotten her money's worth out of this course, it's this one. College
Listen.
wants some money. They're going to charge you more money.
Hey, it's worth it. It's worth it. I just need to get through this and survive.
I just asked Dawn to go see what she did.
Danielle's got a patient on the MRI table waiting for her. The woman's in the background. Hello, anybody there? Hello.
Hey, you can't say we're not trying.
Leaving people on the table. Oh gosh.
I had a question. I'm not sure if Danielle asked for me because I
Yeah.
was sending her my questions. Was in section 6.3 question number 15? If Danielle already asked, then that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, hold on. That was the one with the 2 people wrestling, right?
No, that was no, that was the
Oh, the
section
top 3% and the
the
bottom
Yes,
3%.
three, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Well, the bottom 3%, you got to remember that the number you're looking for, the area that's associated with that number is the area to the left. So if I'm looking for the value that separates everything else from the bottom 3%, well, the area to the left of that value is 0.03. Now, so if I put in 0.03, I came up with 8.33. There's only one answer that had 8.33. Now, if I wanted to find the value that separated the top 3 from the rest of it, well, the area to the left of that value is 1 whole minus that 3% at the top, 0.97. Follow me? But you didn't have to do that because there was only one answer. If you did the left-hand part first, unfortunately, I didn't draw a diagram for that. And we were just talking a minute ago. Make sure you draw the diagram. And the mean and the median are one and the same. Make sure you put that value in. Anything to the right of that number is going to be a bigger value. Anything to the left of it is going to be a smaller. Sometimes it helps you and making a careless error.
Yeah, I've been drawing diagrams with everything, so I know you said it in one of the things, so I've been trying to draw it, which it definitely makes it easier to see it
Oh,
and
without
to
that,
know
you
what
can't
direction.
visualize. This is why math is, I mean, you get a pencil and paper and you draw a picture of what, this is why I always enjoy teaching geometry as opposed to algebra. At least you can, in geometry, you can draw a picture of what it is you're looking for. You know,
Yes,
draw a triangle, you draw a quadrilateral. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for this value here. You know.
absolutely. I think that was actually my only question. Shocking.
Yeah. I think that's,
No, you both did very, very well. I don't know who scored better. I'm not going to say anything because
Danielle
gonna-
did.
yeah, you don't get 100.
She
Yeah.
did.
Well, aren't you special, Danielle?
well, thank
You're
you.
97. Wow.
Hey,
I had a lot more time to prepare for that test than the one coming up. So.
I was just telling Danielle, you get your break in a normal course face to face. I would cover section 7.3 and 7.4.
oh,
We're stopping at 7.2. So there's just so much that I can fit in 5 weeks.
Mm,
To be
Yeah.
fair, I mean, it's so condensed.
mm,
it is a lot. It definitely is.
Yeah, you're trying to do the same material 1/3 of the time, you know.
mhm.
And some people I got another class, a 10-weeker, where one student can't figure out how to take the exam. 2 others never took the exam. Your section is running good. There's only one person who I had to withdraw because without getting into it, this person wasn't participating. You don't realize that I can actually see the time you put in, but anyway,
Yeah.
another story. It hasn't changed since I started doing this years ago.
Yeah.
Good news is you get it done in 5 weeks. Bad news is you got to do it in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, to get a course under your belt in 5 weeks, that's great.
It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
It certainly is a lot.
Yeah.
What do you ladies do now?
I just want
Is
to
this the only thing you're taking at
what's your
Massasoit? Is this,
So we are both applying for our masters for at Simmons through Beth Israel. There's like a cohort, so we had, and part of it
you
was
needed this to meet the requirements to get
Yeah.
into the
needed a
master's program?
statistics within the past 7 years to meet the
Oh, I
requirements.
see.
Been well over 7 years since I took statistics.
Same.
So now your master's level, is that face-to-face online? What?
It's a hybrid model, so it's
Yeah.
like once a month in person, and then everything else will be online.
How
It's
many courses?
2, 4.
6?
There's 2, 4, 6, 12. 3 of which are clinical.
Usually masters is the 10 courses, minimum of 10.
Yeah, so there's I think 12. It's 2 courses a semester. And it's fall, spring, summer semester for 2 years. So
You've done two, yeah, it's not bad.
no, it's fast, but 3 of the courses are clinical experiences. So and we have to have like 200 and something clinical hours total.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, good news is today's the first day of summer.
Yes.
Breezy down here. I'm off to the dump to drop off grass clippings, and
Oh boy.
then we're off to Truckey's to get some fish, and then oh well, day goes on.
I know, I just walked outside and I was like, oh my God, it's really windy.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
really windy.
Yes.
We had the air conditioner on last night,
Mm.
or yesterday afternoon. It was, then again, we whine. It's cold out, and then the minute it gets hot, we go, oh, it's so hot. We're never satisfied. Oh, it's cold. I mean, yeah, it's like it's New England.
Yeah.
Duh.
You never get used to it, I guess, even when you're born here.
So now your exam is not until
The 30th.
the 1st, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's not a week from Tuesday. So we'll have a chance to meet again on the 27th in preparation. And I think the
Perfect.
last couple of sections, there's not much going on.
Okay.
I started to look at it just because I know next week might be crazy.
Let me take
so
a
I
look
can
here
ask-
myself. Let me see what we've got going on here. Share my screen, share my screen. That's not what I wanted. Stop sharing this. Dashboard, that's what I want to share. All years I've been doing it, I'm still. All right, you should be seeing my dashboard now. And we're in 22. So Tuesday, it's only 2 more assignments on Tuesday the 24th. Oh yeah, 7-1. Pretty straightforward. Z scores, make sure you download that. Then you got your practice and the voiceover. So that's pretty, there's only one section we're doing there, which is pretty nice. And then the last assignment is 7-2. Here again, I tell you what sections. Make sure you download your T distribution. And I got my video there. And then, yeah, this is great here. I got all in one place. I got the Z scores that you need. Yes and no, that shot. The T distribution, you definitely need that. And I got all the answers too. Then I got PowerPoints, which is kind of nice. All right, the solution PowerPoint.
Yeah, those are really helpful. Those like your voiceover solutions.
Yeah.
Very, very
They're all
helpful.
there, right from 4-3. I mean, right from 4-3 all the way to 7-2.
Okay, and the test will just be 4-3. Like it's not gonna, is it gonna involve the other sections that were
Oh,
already
now,
tested
come
on
on
too?
now. Now we got to look at this. We got to look at this.
Didn't look like it from what you.
We got to look at.
Okay.
Oh, look what
4-3,
it says
perfect.
here.
Perfect,
Prepare for exam 2, sections 4-3.
perfect.
I can't be any more specific, right?
Yeah, but Monday is the 30th, not the
What?
1st.
Was she able to give the blood? Yes.
Really?
She gave blood, but
Yeah.
it doesn't show. but
Yes,
it's-
actually it is.
That's the problem. So she's like, the person
All
is in
right.
charge
Mr.
for-
Gomes doesn't know what.
Oh,
Thank you
no
for telling me
documents.
that because I want to change that.
It'll definitely be on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was doing it, the pump fell,
Yeesh.
I lost like 30, 50 cc. She's like, every. I told
Duh.
her, "Hey, I can't fit into it. I can't like.
Now you
Wednesday-
tell me. You should have told me. Now I got to go back and
I
change.
didn't see that because I think in the syllabus it does say 6:30.
I think it does too.
Yeah,
I gotta check to find out. Let me just do something here. Let me see. Let me stop sharing this.
Okay.
And I gotta look when officially the course ends.
I think it's 7-1.
Thought it was 7-1 also.
Yeah.
7-1. Okay, so 2 exams. What do I got over here? No, I got Monday to 6:30. Let me look at the calendar here. July 1, Tuesday, the last day of classes. All right, so I'll make it to Tuesday then.
The test.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. That's weird. Yeah, I'll make it 7-1 then.
So it'll open at 8 a.m. on
Same thing, yeah.
Tuesday, 7-1. Okay.
Yeah, since it's the last day, it gives you an extra day to study.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah,
So with my work schedule, I'm on call that I work until 6 o'clock at night and then I'm on call. After that, if I can't get that covered, is there a way?
Not
for
a
me to
big
take
deal.
it
Just let
on
me
the
know what's
30th?
going on.
Okay,
Let me know.
okay, because I was planning on
But
that.
I'll change the. I gotta go back now and change everything to read to instead of being I got the 7-1. I just got the wrong day. Then I'll change the syllabus too.
On Epic issue, they have reported.
so it will go through 7-2, like till noon
From
that
mid, yeah,
next?
till noon time, 7 to.
They don't have.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, because they give me
Yeah.
time to get the grades in. Summer grades are due the Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, maybe she finished that. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I've got a whole day to figure it out. So if it ends at 12 o'clock on Tuesday, I got from 12 o'clock Tuesday until Wednesday to get the grades done.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'll make the
Alright.
change.
okay, and I'll get in touch with you if I have a problem with my
Yeah,
schedule.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I think that's all I have, so I'm gonna go back to work. But thank you for your time.
Not a problem, ladies. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
care.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.